Well, hello guys, welcome to my first video on Gran Turismo, officially, after my little intro to what I'll be playing and stuff. Welcome back. As you can see, we're on the same Nürburgring little short track. I'm 133rd in the world for the timings, which is pretty decent in the WRX. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple of races today. See how they go. I need to get my safety rating and my driver rating up. That's a must really. So I'll be grinding off camera as well. So yeah, let's get into some qualifying for the day. So I've literally had this my second lap of the morning, and I've obviously got it midway through the lap. But obviously this is like you qualify for like what position you get in the daily races. So whatever the best lap you get is where you'll be starting on the grid, basically, depending on what the other drivers have got in their qualifying sessions. So as you can see, my record is a 31.6, and I'm a second up on my previous lap of that 32.9. I've literally just woke up, got onto the game, and like I'm basically having 2 laps to warm up to start one of the races. But as you can see, I'm coming across the line with a nice 31.8, only 2 tenths off, so it's a good little warm up really. Obviously it doesn't take much to warm up on this game really, I'd say so, but yeah, let's get into the first race of the day. So yeah. So as you guys can see, first race, we already got some A pluses in the lobby. I'm an AB, so it's not really that good. But we do have Jonathan. He's quite well known in the top 100s for like the time trials and stuff. So you know, let's see how this goes really. So obviously the starts are off of a rolling start. So again, you probably saw in the previous video, but I'm just going to kind of go into depth with this. And yeah, so let's just see how it goes basically. So obviously it's a rolling start. Most people tend to traction control it to 1, just to get a little bit of a better start off the line. Not by much, but there is a tiny bit of a difference. But yeah, I'm started to becoming this camera. I was on the bonnet of the car previous weeks with Gran Turismo, but as you see, we do get a decent start, and we have a rather I wouldn't say clean, but okay Spaniard, as his name is Kimi. I've been told, or I've seen as well, he has been obviously a bit dirty, so I don't really know how he's in this lobby, but it's just annoying to have players like that. But oh well, we'll just continue as he's not really a nuisance right now. As you can see, I pick up a penalty. Obviously first race on, so I'm not really that warmed up. As I did say I was warmed up, but as you can see, it's just absolutely terrible. But I'm keeping up with Jonathan right now. Kind of beach it there as I exit that turn and serve the 1 second penalty. But I can see Kimi in my rear view mirror, and it's not a very nice sighting. So seeing him lunging down the inside there, I've had to pull off there because I don't want any contact. He brakes on there, tries to absolutely ram me into the pits, and doesn't do a very good job of it. So thank God we've kept our track position of second, but yeah, it's one of those little just incidents like that. It's just really annoying because again, your safety rating doesn't improve; it always just goes down if like you can't have contact with people. So it's not the very best. And the Spaniard of Mike Room lunges down the inside. What a move! And I cut back in the middle of these two. I'm literally getting ping ponged between these two. Keep around the outside of the Spaniard there, and get a nice little cut back. And I get that off pretty well. He does have a bit of contact with me, but I do the move there, which is pretty decent. So yeah, now I just got to fend off for the rest of this lap. The Spaniard trying to get on the inside again there. He does get the run. I've got the inside covered, But there you go, in the rearview mirror you see Kimi again just barging people out of the way. It's not really the best of things to see, especially on a game like this, so just go and do it somewhere else. But yeah, as you can see, due to those incidents, I am now 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds away from that little group behind us, and Jonathan has just pulled a massive lead because of what's gone on in this previous lap. So yeah, it's not really been the best of best of second laps, as I should say. He does pull off a 32.6. I don't know. I think I do get start. Well, a decent lap on this track is probably a low 32. But as we approach on this lap, on the third lap, this is actually my quickest lap of the race. I believe it's a 1:32.4. I don't actually know. I should have just I said it, and I should have just looked to see what lap it was. But as you can see, this is probably the cleanest lap you'll probably get on this track. But you just have to take corners, so you have to. It's a very strange track to get a good lap time. You need to dive on in the inside. See this corner right here. You need to hold the inside line here, just so you get a good exit. To be honest, you could probably go quicker, in the races anyway. But I haven't seen any 31s in races yet, as of yet. So we're bound to see that hopefully soon, as my rating does go up. Hopefully. So yeah, again, that sector there, I think it's sector 2 I think. If you get below 1 minute, you are laughing. So basically, you've won the race if you're getting under 1 minute in that sector. But as you can see, the gap is 5.5 seconds. It's quite a way in 3 laps to get closer to Jonathan. Again, he's quite quick as well. So yeah, 32.4 there. So it's a not bad lap time for race pace for me. So skipping forward to lap 4, it's 5.8 seconds. It's so far away. And lap 5 is 5.3. I'm closing the gap a bit, but not by much. It's looking very bad for a P1, but on the final lap I do get just under 5 seconds, and I still go quicker on the in this last sector. And yeah, again, due to Kimi, it's a very tough race because I'm literally just sat on my own. And yeah, just kind of just grinding the laps in really, trying to hold that inside on that last corner you have to do, because to get a good exit, or otherwise it's just no good to get this one on the straight. But as you can see, Jonathan with P1, congrats to him. He's an A+, an S driver rating, so safety rating, sorry. Congrats to him. Kimi in third. A German, and a couple of other players. Again, you'll start to know some of these players. I'll get more and more. The higher I go, the more well-known players I will be coming up against. And yeah, it's the start of something for us as a little channel. Again, this is going to be my journey. It's going to be fun. So let's get into race 2. And yeah, let's see how we get on. So here we go then, starting P1 with kind of the same people in the lobby as well. I recognise Ben's name, Kimi, M Hot, a couple of people recognising. I do recognise these players anyway due to previous weeks as well. So again, it's going to be kind of same people. If again, I stay with my good safety rating and my driver rating. So yeah, starting P1, obviously got that traction control on 1, try and help us with the launch. So yeah, let's just see how this one turns out. We do have Kimi in third, so we've got to watch out for him. It's just so recognisable. Is that even a word? It's because it's got a pink car. You just see it in your back, your rear view mirror, and you're like, oh no. So I'll cover off the inside here to turn 1. And Kimi has not actually gone for a lunge or a push as of yet, so it's quite nice to see. As we're already pulling 7/10 away from like P2, so this is looking good as of yet. Again, you just have to try and put your head down if you're in P1. Try and think of it as qualifying. The way I think of it as, most drivers probably will as well. Already pull it out to 8/10 as well. We're still losing the group behind us, which is nice to see. So yeah, this is lap 1 obviously, as you can see. If you guys are new to obviously Gran Turismo, you got the whole leaderboard on your left, and you can see like how far away the driver behind you is, or if you're in between two people, you can see how close you are or how far away the driver behind you is, or in front. So it's nice to see. You've got a lot of what's it called? You've got a lot of stuff on the screen. You can see like all the revs, the radar. You can switch that middle like little section there to like your lap time or the track. You've got the track on the top right. You've got all the wind. You've got the laps. You've got position. You've got everything really. You've got all the tyre management and stuff. So it's quite good stuff to know whilst you're racing, especially in the long races that require a pit stop and stuff like that. So it's nice information to have, which is quite nice. So yeah, as you can see, we're pulling away quite nicely from Ben 87. But again, Kimi's behind him. So again, Kimi's not actually going for any disgusting moves as such. But yeah, I seem to find out in this race, in sector 1, I pulled away a lot. That's where most of my time was gained. As you can see, it's 1.5 temps. No, 1.5 seconds, sorry. Away now from Ben, so it's kind of looking to be a nice victory for us as of yet. As you can see, I hit 1 minute on that sector. It's looking good for a fast lap. You've got a couple of Brits in here as well. I am gonna obviously, once my drive rating and stuff goes up, you will see my other team members of RTR. If you are watching this RTR, shout out to you guys as well for letting me join. But yeah, no, so hopefully, again, if I grind, put my head down, hopefully get not into any contact with people, I'll be back up to where everyone else is. So it's something I'm going to have to try and just grind and do in my own time. But as of now, we're in these lower leveled races. Well, I say lower level, there's some A pluses in here, but I'm quite nicely getting a victory here, so that's what I like to see. As you can see, I set 32.5 for my second lap, which is quite nice, so it's nice to see there for lap 2 really. So yeah, as well guys, I wanted to let you all of you know that if you do want me to commentate over this, I know it's probably a bit boring, but I want to commentate over all my races that I have. But to be honest, I do want to commentate over the races that are a bit more busy in a way, because as you can see, I'm 1.9 or 2 seconds away from second place now, so it's kind of a bit boring in this scene, as you can see right now. But yeah, I just wanted to, as much feedback as I can get from you guys would be amazing really. I know a lot of people will not be watching as of yet, because it's just, again, I've started it back up like to my YouTube, but yeah, I'm doing this for myself and obviously to hopefully get a little audience behind me, and it's for me to look back on as well, so again, for memories and stuff. So again, I like racing, so it's one of those things. So yeah, so again, full flap, again, doing alright, still 2 seconds away from the from Ben, and obviously Kimi is still behind, so I don't know if Kimi is having a safe race this race. I don't really know, I don't really know much about these drivers. It's just I've been racing not for long on Gran Turismo, so on Gran Turismo 7, sorry. Um, so yeah, it's again, I'm learning all different drivers, how they are, how they act. So yeah, approaching the final lap, it got a bit boring. Obviously, I didn't want to show all of the boringness of my driving. We do finish the race in P1, 5 seconds away from second place. Ben actually lost his second to Anorak Smith. So congrats to them guys, congrats to everyone in the race. Let's move on to race 3. So moving on to race 3, we don't see Kimi in the lobby, so maybe we've gone down in rating or we're going up in the world. But yeah, no, so we've got a couple of English drivers in the top 4. We've got that M Hot is still there, Speedy, I can see. So yeah, let's just see how this race goes as well for race 3. I'll probably be doing maybe 3 to 4 races each video, maybe 2 to 3. Depending on how long the videos are. So I'm going to try and max out to maybe 20 minutes for each video, so you guys can watch me for quite a bit. Or again, leave me feedback on how long you want the videos to be. So yeah, here we go. So starting P1 again. Let's see how we do on this first lap against Big Hal. Again, going to cover the inside. I think that's the Mazda. Or is it the Atenza? I think the Atenza is one of the go-to cars, as well as the WRX that I'm driving for this track. So again, I feel like I've tried the Atenza as well, but I feel like the car's too heavy. People can use it, but again, it's different driving styles, different cars that people use. You've got to drive what car you enjoy and what you can handle, really. If you can handle the difficult cars, it's okay. If you can handle an easy car, it's okay as well. So again, as you can see, past that first sector, we're 7 tenths up already. We're kind of showing our dominance here, just because we've got a good qualifying time. You just got to get away from the group. If you want to start getting your driver rating and your safety rating up, so you just want a clean race and try and set the fastest lap, so you can maybe get all 3 stars at the end of the races. Which I think I've done in the last race, all 3 stars. You get pole position, fastest lap, and clean race. So again, we're kind of setting a gap. It's gone down to 4 tenths now, 5 tenths. That last corner you have to try and get right. As you can see, we'll pull away to 7 tenths, but he's literally caught in the toe. And starts gaining again, so he is in the slipstream and he's gaining a bit on us. So yeah, it's kind of worked out quite nicely at that first lap. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think, yeah, no, Sean behind Big Hal was literally what's it called? He was putting a lot of pressure on. Sorry, I didn't know what the word was, didn't come out. But he was putting a lot of pressure on, so again, Big Hal couldn't really put pressure on me. He had to defend Sean off, so again, it's going to be tough for Big Hal to put pressure on me, as the gap goes up to nearly a second now. Well, it is now, so again, it's kind of a nice easy ride for me. I just can't mess up any parts of this race, really, so you know. So well, I've skipped it to the end of lap 4. As you can see, the gap has increased to just over 2 seconds. I have a little slip there, so again, it's gonna have knock some temps off, really. As you can see, I've got the fastest lap of 32.5, solid again from me. So yes, we just can't mess up. If we mess up, then you know, Big Hal is literally again 1.3 seconds now. The gap, it's not that far off. So again, pace wise, we're keeping a good pace away from Big Hal, but he is still there in the rear view mirror, as you can see, with his orange Atenza. But yeah, we're pulling out the gap again to 2 seconds, so again, it's looking quite nice for us. So coming obviously at the end of lap 5, it's 2.1 seconds, but I overdo the chicane and I'm bloody sliding everywhere. What's going on here? Um, so it's actually 2.6 seconds, but the gap starts creeping down again, and it's now 2.1 at the end of this lap. So it's not really the best of scenarios if it's a last lap of the race itself anyway. So the gap actually goes down to 1.7. So I feel a bit of pressure here. I've got dirty tyres. So I go really deep into turn 1. I can feel definitely how dirty the tyres are. And the gap goes down to 1.5. It could be a little battle at the end here. I don't really know. I done this race quite a few hours ago. But going into, well, past this first sector in a minute. The gap is down to 1.5. My tyres, I feel like it's quite easy for the tyres to run clean again, so I feel like the tyres are clean again, as I'm not running wide or braking deep into the corners. Obviously it could be my fault, but the gap kind of stays at 1.5, starting to go up to 1.6 now. And yeah, it's, as you can tell, I'm nearly 1 minute 1 into that sector, so it's definitely affected me, that first corner and stuff, braking deep and whatnot. So yeah, coming around the last little chicane, take it nicely this time, learn from your mistakes, as people say. Coming around the final corner, the gap is 1.7 seconds. It's looking very nice and tasty for us. P1 again, beautiful from myself, RTR classified. But as you can see, still the driver rating and the safety rating are AB. I need to really put my head down and try and get in some solid races off camera, maybe on as well. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, maybe subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.